Since when did you stop and think about what Minnie Mouse was wearing? If you're like me, you probably had other shit on your mind, you know? But now the conservatives are losing their damn minds because Minnie Mouse is going to be wearing a pantsuit instead of a dress. Check this out, Johnson.
Saying this, Candace, but Disney is totally changing Minnie Mouse. Disney is putting Minnie Mouse in a pantsuit. That's right. They're getting rid of the skirt, and this is Disney Paris or something like that. And I thought, who better to ask about this than Candace Owens? Your reaction. Why are they doing this?
Oh, I'm just so glad. I'm so glad they're doing this. Let me just tell you, Jesse, it goes back to like when they did this to the M&Ms, and now they're making her more masculine. And I'm glad that they're now realizing that this needed to be addressed. You know, all of us were traumatized when we saw Minnie Mouse and she was looking like a female as we were growing up. I mean, look, this is why people don't take these people seriously. They're taking all of these things that nobody was offended by. It's like they have to get rid of them and destroy them because they're bored. You know, they're absolutely bored. They're trying to destroy fabrics of our society, pretending that there's issues. So everybody looks over here. Look at Minnie Mouse. Don't look at inflation, Jesse. Look at Minnie Mouse. The world is going forward because you've got her in a pantsuit. Never mind that you can't get anything at the grocery store and you can't buy a piece of bacon unless you've got $30 in your pocket. At least we're addressing the real problem, which is Minnie Mouse.
That's right.
They're trying to destroy the fabrics of our society. Yeah, they're trying to destroy the fabrics of our society because Minnie Mouse is wearing a pantsuit instead of a dress. Here's the thing, guys. That's some bullshit. You're focused on the wrong things. You're focusing on, dividing us about pantsuits and Minnie Mouse. And I'm like, hold on a second, motherfucker, you're talking about it. You're talking about Minnie Mouse. They didn't ask you to talk about it. You're dividing us by talking about this shit, making it a big issue. Another thing, Disney owns Minnie Mouse, right? So, how is it that they're destroying the fabric of the country when it's a private company changing the wardrobe of a cartoon character? This is some dumb shit. This reminds me of the Megyn Kelly Santa Claus is white shit. Remember that? Remember that shit? Started an argument about a fictional character, a mythical character. Now we got Candace Owens doing the same thing about fucking Minnie Mouse. Like, who cares? Maybe they just want to kind of update Minnie Mouse so she's more appealing to, like, today's young people, which is her fucking market. Not old sellouts, conservative blowhards like Candace Owens who lie for a living. But that's not even my real point of talking about this. My point is when she says, it's destroying the fabric of our country. What's the fabric of our country, Candace? What's that really consist of? Unpack that fabric. You talking about institutional racism? That's what you're talking about? You're talking about racism and slave trading? Exploiting workers? We're in a country where vets are homeless and sleep outside, die of exposure in front of buildings that are empty, that have heat in them. The vets sit on the street. You live in a country where black folks are 13% of the population but are 50% of the homeless population. We live in a country where black women only make up 2% of the lawyers and the doctors and the engineers. This fabric of the country where black people own less than 2% of the wealth of the country, though we've been here 400 years. What is the fabric of the country exactly? Be real fucking specific. I'd like to know what it is. It sounds like the fabric of this country that you don't concern yourself with, because then you would have to criticize not only Democrats, but also fucking Republicans, because they're part of the power structure too. This isn't done in a vacuum. It's not just Biden. So, when I listen to people like Candace Owens talk this nonsense, I can't help but go, damn, Damn, Ira Me was right. Ira Me said this. He said, In order to do well in America, you got to be willing to throw black people under the bus. And that's what Candace Owens does every time she opens her goddamn mouth. Because here's the thing, guys. In order to make this shit sell, the thread that you're catching on the other side as you stitch yourself to this bullshit fabric of the country, you got to go along with shit like those people that condemn taking down Confederate statues. You got to say shit like, it's destroying the history of America to take down a fucking Confederate statue. A symbol of your enslavement. A symbol of the degradation of black folks. You got to act like that's okay. Like it's okay to have this big ass statue to Robert E. Lee. He betrayed the country. He wanted to maintain slavery. It's okay to have a big-ass statue to him. Taking down Robert E. Lee's statue is destroying the fabric of the country. See, that's the kind of mentality. You got to be willing to ride it all the way out. And there's certain sellouts, and there's a lot of them. Larry Elder, Candace Owens. I've been noticing a lot of these motherfuckers. A lot of them. And they aspire. There are a lot of them. If they saw this video, they'd be like, please mention me. I want free publicity. I'm a sellout too. Please mention me, Tim Black. Please tell your fans about me. I'm a sellout. Because they want it. They want notoriety. And they're willing to do it all the time. They're willing to throw black people under the bus. Candace Owens, no one gives a fuck about what Minnie Mouse is wearing. Except you. Because you know, you're able to make a buck off it.